When it comes to the cartels in Mexico, there's no doubt about it that they are a major problem. Like recently, there was an incident where, like, an American family, they were killed. Apparently it was cartel related, and even then, like, even the most notorious one right now in Mexico is Joaquin El Chapo Guzman. Now, apparently, recently, I think it was like down like the southern part of Mexico. I could be wrong, but what happened was that apparently the police in Mexico, they had arrested the son of El Chapo Guzman, and apparently the cartel, there was like a huge bloodbath, right? They were like killing people. They were threatening the safety of everyone there, and the police they couldn't do anything but to release the son of El Chapo, because the cartels were literally threatening the safety of all the civilians there. So personally, I think they're getting out of hand. And I've gone to Mexico before countless times, and even then, like, trust me, like, even you can't talk about certain things specifically, like in those small town areas, not because it's illegal, but because there's people called sicarios, and those are kind of like the hitmen, sort of, kind of like hitmen. Sicarios are people that kind of are affiliated with specific cartels, and then they will kill anyone who tries to, talks bad about them, tries to call the cops on them, like that. They're pretty much like someone like low key, like kind of like spies somewhere. Right? That's what they call sicarios. But like I remember this because I remember when I was talking about it. And like, I remember my cousin telling me, "No, don't say that out loud." I was like, "Why?" Because there's sicarios here. We just don't know who they are. And I'm thinking, really? I was like, okay, fine. I won't talk about it then. So the cartels in Mexico are a huge problem. And Trump, maybe he's doing this out of, maybe he's doing this because he, like, out of anger. Maybe it's like a knee jerk reaction. But I think that Mexico needs to start doing a better job when dealing with their cartels. And I think, yeah, to some degree they should be considered terrorist groups. Personally, because they threaten the safety of not only of everyone within the country, Mexico, but also the safety of everyone else. Because there's people who actually have died due to cartel related problems in the U.S. So again, another article from the New York Times. And let's see what this had to say. So the title reads, Trump says U.S. will designate drug cartels in Mexico as terrorist groups. All right. So President Trump said in an interview posted online Tuesday that he planned to designate Mexican drug cartels as terrorist organizations owing to what he said was the high number of Americans killed by their activities. The comments, which were made in an interview with former... sorry, what the heck? What was it? My mouse turned off. Sorry. The comments, which were made in an interview with the former Fox News host Bill O'Reilly and posted to his personal website, represent a shift in the United States policy that the Mexican Foreign Minister, Marcelo Ebrard, told reporters on Monday that he did not believe what happened. I will be designating the cartels, Mr. Trump said in an interview. I have been working on that for the last 90 days. Designation is not that easy. You have to go through a process, and we are all well into that process. Deadly violence by drug cartels in Mexico gained new attention in the United States in recent weeks after the killing of 6 children and their 3 mothers, all dual Mexican and American citizens who were part of a fundamentalist Mormon community in the north of the country. After that ambush, Mr. Trump said on Twitter that the time has come for Mexico, with the help of the United States, to wage war on the drug cartels and wipe them off the face of the earth. Sure, I do agree with that. The problem, however, is that the cartels, first of all, the cartels have a really strict system. If you capture someone from the cartels, they probably won't rat their members out. They won't, and if they do, they're gonna find someone. They're going to find someone within your own group, within your own faction, within the United States. Hopefully they won't, but it's very highly probable. They're going to pay someone, they're going to bribe someone to kill the witness in order for them to die in accidental purposes, right? That's usually what happens. Again, money talks, right? So like I said, it'll be really hard. At the same time, the drug cartels, they don't wear uniforms. They could be anyone walking the street of Mexico. It's very scary. Kind of like the Viet Cong in Vietnam. They didn't have any specific uniform. They could be anyone, right? In the interview posted online Tuesday, Mr. Trump declined to say what measures he would consider taking once the cartels had been designated as terrorist organizations. When Mr. O'Reilly asked if drone strikes in Mexico were a possibility, the president said, "I don't want to say that I'm going to do it, but they will be designated." I don't think drone strikes in Mexico is going to help out, dude. Personally, I don't agree with that aspect. Look, we're losing 100,000 people a year to what is happening and what is coming through on Mexico, the president said without elaborating. They have unlimited money. The people, the cartels, because they have a lot of money, because it is drug money and human trafficking money. The administration of President Andrés Manuel López Obrador of Mexico seemed to be caught off guard by Mr. Trump's declarations. In a statement issued Tuesday night, the Mexican Foreign Ministry said it had entered into a communication with the various corresponding authorities of the United States to know the content and the reach of Mr. Trump's statements. The ministry also said it would seek to set up a high-level meeting as soon as possible to address the issue. The government of Mexico will continue its diplomatic work towards an understanding that, through cooperation and intelligence, guarantees the security of both countries, the statement said. Mr. Ebrard, the foreign minister, had said a day earlier that he did not expect the United States government to seek to designate Mexican drug trafficking organizations as terrorists, and suggested that the two countries were already working together closely enough in the fight against those groups without the need for the legal designation. You do not need to designate or classify a specific group as terrorists so that we can act together against it, Mr. Ebrard said. Once a group has been designated a terrorist organization, it is illegal for people in the United States to knowingly provide support for it, and its members are barred from entering the country. Financial institutions are also forbidden from doing business with the organization. Arturo Sarucan, I think it's pronounced Sarucan, a former Mexican ambassador to Washington, said that the designation will create a series of collateral effects with profound implications for the relationship between the United States and Mexico. Designation will not only have an impact on the bilateral strategy to combat narco trafficking, but could also have been very broad and brutal political, diplomatic, financial, economic, and commercial consequences. He said in an interview on Milenio Televisión, a Mexican network. It would also have the political effect of reinforcing this narrative of Mexico as a threat to the national security of the United States, Mr. Sarucan said, noting that the timing coincided with the start of the presidential campaign. It's something that really can be very, very disruptive for the bilateral relationship, he said. The interview between Mr. Trump and Mr. O'Reilly that was posted online on Tuesday evening was a clip from a longer conversation between the two. Mr. O'Reilly said that the full interview would be available to people who bought a premium membership to his personal website. Personally, I do not agree with the idea that this will probably end up making, I don't think this will end up building up on the narrative. The thing is, here's the thing. Mexico isn't the only one with cartels. There's also cartels in Colombia. So if Trump were to say, let's designate Colombian cartels as terrorist organizations, does that mean that Trump hates Colombians? No. This happens to be cartels filled with Colombian people. Same thing with the Mexican cartels. It's not a racist thing to do to say, you know what, let's designate these people as terrorist organizations because that's what they're doing, right? And when the United States designated ISIS or Al-Qaeda as terrorist organizations, were they saying, oh, we're doing this because we hate Muslims? No, it has nothing to do with race. So I disagree with Arturo here, Arturo Sarucan. But let me know what you guys think about this. Do you think Trump is going to succeed in designating the drug cartels in Mexico as terrorists? Do you believe he's going to have some negative effects on this? Do you think that Mexico needs to start taking more action when it comes to dealing with the cartels in Mexico, considering how out of hand they've gotten recently in the last few years? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you're new to this, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the notification button as well. That way you never miss an upload. And if you like the video, hit the like button. And after you subscribe, you're a return subscriber. I recommend you bookmark the page and check out on a daily basis because some notifications will go directly to spam. And if you think this video is worthy of sharing with your friends or family on social media, feel free to do so. That helps me bypass all the restrictions that YouTube has implemented on independent political commentators such as myself. And that helps me reach newer viewers. And that's all thanks to you. So again, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next article in regards to apparently Japan is now implementing this new technology of little mini robots, where students, if they feel sick, they can just connect to the robot at school and they can go to school from the comfort of their own bed. So I'll talk to you guys about that article in a little bit.